If you know someone who has gone through IVF treatments or in vitro fertilization treatments to have a baby, our next guest just may have played a part in the pregnancy. We're going to explain how in just a little bit. Diana Thomas is the CEO and founder of the World Egg Bank, and she's here to share her personal journey to create a Valley facility that's helping women all over the world. It's a pretty great organization. Thanks for being part of our show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so how did this all happen? This Valley organization, this is basically an egg donor bank here in the Valley.
It is. It's the first commercial egg bank in the world, and it's like a sperm bank, only we freeze women's eggs. So the technology is really cutting edge to freeze women's eggs and have it be as successful as other pregnancy options. So we have about 500 highly women who've been highly screened, waiting to donate their eggs to other women. And we have a great pregnancy rate, and we send these eggs around the world, and we also do it here locally. So,
why did you see a need in this? Therein lies your personal story,
right,
does it not?
Right. I started trying to get pregnant at age 25 and couldn't. So I started in infertility treatments really at the very beginning of the whole technology of treating women for infertility. So I've seen this industry change considerably. And at the time I couldn't get pregnant, I was told I needed donor egg. And I said, what's that? And they said, well, I think there are a handful of egg donors in the country, so you'll have to find your own. So I put an ad in the ASU newspaper and found my own egg donor, and had my first child 16 years ago, and he was probably one of the first 100 babies in the United States with donor eggs. So I went home, had my baby, and doctors started calling me and saying, can you help this couple find an egg donor? And I thought, wow, that's fantastic. I can help other women. So I started advertising and screening egg donors for other people, and ended up leaving my other job and starting this whole career.
And somewhere along the path, you ended up with 3 beautiful boys, and now there's so many women that are looking to you for advice as you sit here on this couch. So, that being said, the process today, and you talked about the success rates, but what is the difference between, let's call them fresh, for lack of a better word, and then frozen donor eggs?
Fresh donor eggs is an old technology where you had to actually coordinate menstrual cycles between the two women, the one donating the egg and the one receiving the egg. It was a very long, complicated process with a lot of pitfalls along the way. Now with frozen eggs, women can simply go online and select somebody that matches their family profile, and we can ship that frozen egg to their doctor, and they're prepared in 2 weeks to receive the embryo and have a pregnancy.
What I find most fascinating, though, is that you're Valley-based, but you might be helping somebody in, all the way across the globe. Mm-hmm. And that, to me, is what's remarkable, not only about the technology, but about the ability to be able to make women who have struggled for many years, mm-hmm, in many cases, to realize a family in a more traditional sense.
Correct. I mean, I didn't realize how much impact we really had, the World Egg Bank had, until I started getting articles from Japan and Switzerland, and letters from grandparents and sisters saying thank you for helping us build this family. It just didn't affect the couple that had the child, but it affected the whole family unit. And to be able to send this around for other women.
Well, and as we draw this to a close, I want to talk a little bit, because obviously you've been through kind of the ups and downs, not only personally but through the women that you help, of having this dream and every single month trying to get pregnant and seeing other people around you get pregnant. Mm-hmm. And that is so relatable. So what hope can you offer to women, whether it's this path or adoption, to realizing that dream of having a family?
Well, at the World Egg Bank, we actually would help you walk through the process of using frozen eggs, but also you can freeze your own eggs under 35 to use them in the future, which is another option. And we do provide financing to anybody who needs to do this as well. But it's hopeful in that it is the highest possibility in terms of the chances of getting pregnant. And you do have support around you now to do that, which I didn't have when I went through it. More women are talking about it, more women are becoming educated about the limitations of their biology. It's very, very difficult. Everybody feels like they have the right to have a family and children, and when you find out you can't, and you can't easily, it's extremely alienating and painful. And to know that more people are talking about it and using this technology, including most of the women in Hollywood who have not yet talked about it. But I think that there's just a lot more openness and support and acceptance.
Acceptance and support, and the ability to find yet another venue, whatever that may be for your family in your life, to be able to have a family. So thanks so much for talking a little bit about this and educating women here today, and trying to break down some of the stereotypes and really just educating us in general.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're going to have all the information for the World Egg Bank on SonoranLiving.com.